Hey guys, welcome back. Welcome back. This is RanqeustLP here, bringing you episode number 20 of Building and Beyond Skyblock Multiplayer Edition. How are you guys doing? It is Saturday morning. I am doing a humongously late night recording, and the reason being is that I did not get in from a Christmas party until probably about an hour ago. Yep, RanqeustLP knows how to party hardy, but yeah, so the reason why I'm recording now instead of actually sleeping is because I need to be awake in the next 2 hours, and for me, if I don't get more than 4 hours of sleep, it's really just not worth it. I get just as bad of the side effects as if I was to, stay awake. Sometimes even worse. So, what have I been up to in the past couple days since Wednesday? I have just been on a rampage. We got a lot accomplished in that one episode. The biggest thing being the sheeps. Oh my god, have they just absolutely transformed this island? And I mean, it is like night and day. And the reason being is because, bam, look at that. We have grass all over the place. Now, some of you are saying, hey, dirt's really expensive. I've been watching what you've been looking at, and the prices are crazy. Well, no, that's not dirt. What do we have? We have carpets. Yes, carpets is what we have. And again, I can't tell you how much of a life changer in this game carpets are, especially those green carpets. I mean, they're really easy to get. I've been farming cactus for, well, since the beginning of the game, because we've only had the same amount, and I finally got to use some green dye to create some green sheep. And let's take a look. And again, our sheep farm right now is really rudimentary. All it is just the dirt and a fence around there, but it does the job. And the biggest thing is I've got these two here that I never have to worry about the sheep eating, so there's always a constant supply of grass coming around. And now with this amount of sheep, I don't think I want to go too much higher, because there were some occasions where the dirt did start to get a little bit on the thin side. So I think this for right now is pretty good. Now each sheep has a chance to drop anywhere between 1 and 3 pieces of wool per grass eaten. Okay, so from that we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 9. Maybe 10 sheep, and we got 26. So that's, as long as I get over twice as much as far as the average, then I'm very happy with that. So 26 green wool, or just any wool in general, will turn into 13 times 3, whatever that number ends up being, is pretty high, because you get 3 carpets for every 2 wool. Now, how that actually comes to be, I have no idea, to be honest. Maybe they have to cut corners and waste a lot of scraps to get the carpets to weave together. But either way, we get a little bit, 33% more. Or no, it's a 50% boost as far as how many blocks we get to cover. I originally had it so that each one of the blocks, the actual base blocks, was a green wool, but I find this a lot easier because I don't have to worry about the underneath ground. It'll always be the cobblestone like we like it, and if I want to change things up, maybe add a different color, add some snow, some variations, all I gotta do is just pop a carpet and put a different one down in there. So again, for instance, the snow, all you do is pop one up and put in some white, scatter that throughout in little clumps and whatnot, and you have basically your beginnings of snow. Also, you will probably notice that the reed farm is no longer in the center. How come, you say? Well, I just kind of felt like it. It was kind of bulky, and I mean, that's not bulky, but it was kind of bulky, and for what it was, it just wasn't doing it for me. And I had plenty of reeds to go around if I ever want to restart the reed farm. Excuse me. But it really comes down to where rather than when. I'd like to have some sort of specific building plan in mind before I do it. And, you know, again, many other possibilities, turning that into the plants. Oh, hey, you bad. Bad Skelly. Let's get some enchanted bows. Flame 1, power 1, punch 1. Let's take that one. Got 14 arrows. Let's take a look at our skill set. 1. Dang it. It's not even reaching. 2. It took me like 5 hits, or 5 arrows before it even stuck. So yeah, we gotta work on that a bit. Granted, it was a little bit awkward, but still, we should be able to manage that much easier than what we did. Alright, so again, we are transforming our island into an island of paradise, one that's, ouch, filled with lots of beautiful landscapes and colors and joy. And, you know, again, the way we're going to do that is different item sets, such as wool, such as I believe the I don't remember. There's something that does it. Wool, blah, blah. I don't know. Again, this late night recording is kind of killing me. You know, you don't expect that something as simple as sleeping can really affect so many things, and one thing is my remember tolerance. So it's a good thing I wasn't asked any questions tonight. And again, you know, the reason being for me out of the office, if you will, is the fact that we went to a Christmas party this week for my fiance's work. So she works at a school system. It's kind of neat to go there and support them. All the charity that they raised went to, I believe, kids in a homeless shelter? I'm not 100% sure. But either way, they do great work for the community. I don't think I'm really ever going to pop those. So yeah, I mean, looking at it from a different angle, you can definitely see where the grass really comes into play, and it transforms what the island really looks like. Because before, all this was just gray filler. You know, you didn't really get any contrast between the gray and anything else because it kind of all blended in. You know, we still used it for builds like the storage and for the stone machine, but I mean, just by adding that green in there, it just makes it like night and day. So, enough talking. What have I got on the agenda for today? The biggest thing that I have in the agenda is I want to get back to this building here. You know, it's been here since about episode 4 or 5 of Building and Beyond, and we have literally done nothing with it up until this point. And so I think what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to start working on this hallway all the way so it matches. And then from there, I'm going to come back into the video, talk about all the different functions and exactly what it did. And then from there, I'll look for your feedback to see, what do you think? Are we running the right idea? Do we have the right Pokemon? Oh wow, I'm really getting tired. I said Pokemon because I've actually been watching. I've been watching a YouTuber, which I can't name his name for copyright reasons, which is really silly, in my opinion. I've been watching a YouTuber play Pokemon X and Y, and so that's kind of where that popped into my head. I am starting to get a bit delirious, which is funny, in my opinion. I think it's hysterical. And that's really why it came down to wanting to do this. But, so yeah, alright, so we're going to finish off this, take a look. You guys can give me your opinion on what you want to see. Maybe you don't like the roofing structure, maybe you don't like the flow, but either way, I'm going to do it, and we'll come back to it. So for right now, guys, I'm going to cut the video right here, and we will be right back in a second. Alright, see you then. And we're back, folks. Welcome back. So the last time we recorded, it was Saturday morning at 3 a.m. and yeah, it's been a couple days since then. I got probably about 15 minutes into that recording, and then I kind of realized that I was a bit delusional. Yeah, a bit. I started saying stuff that I don't even know. I don't know why. They must have just popped in my head, and without with being so tired, you know, my brain wasn't able to filter all that garbage out. So you got to hear it, which is probably funny for you. And I guess it's funny for me. Whee! So I don't remember if I showed you guys this, but yeah, so let's look around. I removed the... Well, first, let's go over... I finished the hallway that I had talked about, so this side is now complete, except for this one little corner that I ran out with. And I have some more ground around it. I built out a little bit. Ooh, die. Thank you for your stuff. So I built up the ground a little bit, and again, I'm loving this wall. I mean, it's just amazing. You know, this is exactly what the island's been missing. You know, everything was a wash of gray. You got some great contrast now between the cobblestone and the grass, and I just, so excited. All right, anyways, back to what I was talking about. So I've been starting to build out this area here around this building, which, you know, in the beginning I was thinking that it was going to be the plant building, but, you know, more as I think about it, I kind of maybe want to make this my house, at least the beginning. So for now, this stuff is going to stay, you know, having a tree farm in here and all that. But eventually, this is going to probably all go and turn into what will be Chateau del Ranquest. I know that was a bit between French and Spanish. Del is Hispanic. Anyways, so yeah, so you've got both sides of the hallway. If I get right there and I turn off, there we go. So now you can kind of get a feel of what we're looking at right there. And that, you know, sorry, and then this fountain was kind of there just to play with. That's not really, that's not necessarily going to be the way it is forever, because it kind of blocks a bit. But so yeah, here we go. So I think it's got a good size, and I think for now I may have another side building, maybe a tower. I'm not sure. We'll see. But there's going to be something else that goes off the edges there. Probably another building, and, you know, maybe the hallway split. I don't know what's going to happen. We'll see. But this is going to get bigger, and then, you know, I'm thinking that I want to have a courtyard in the inside here, and then possibly something bigger into the main building. You know, so this is kind of like the outer structure of the area into something that's much nicer. You know, all the while you've got your shops going. I've got my storage that's been happening here, which is really nice. You know, it's coming along. Can I get in there? Yeah. So I've got my reserves in there that are building up. I am extremely poor, I will say that. I've been just kind of buying a lot of things, and so yeah, I bought a lot of cobblestone. So this is what we're going to expand with. So yeah, let me turn on my UI. There we go. So another thing I was pretty excited. I got this bad boy off a mob. It was awesome. You know, it was, and I didn't even have to, I didn't have to repair it. You know, this was exactly what was dropped. A brand new bow that had infinity and power, and I mean, it's very, very nice. So so what's the plans for right now? All right, I'm going to kill these guys, grab a little bit more XP, and I am going to do something. Where is it? I'm going to go name my axe right away. So iron axe, there we go, which I got, and it's amazing. It's much better than the last one. You've got efficiency 5 on breaking 3 and a fortune 3, which will come in handy for sure. So let's take that. We're going to want to name it. And then I also named my pickaxe, which is nice, Empire Builder. And I think that's a very fitting name for it, because this is how we're going to build up our island for the most part, this guy. And, you know, when you name it, you kind of lose that increase in level demand, at least for quite some time. So that's why I'm naming this one here before we start using it. I just got it in the downtime between this video and the last video, so you didn't really miss too much. And then I also wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about some of my future plans going forward, and not necessarily with this island, but I made some purchases this week, and I'm very excited about it, and I'll let you know when I get over there, because it's really hard to talk and type. Yeah, so, you know, I was perusing the interwebs, of course, and what I found a awesome deal on a new computer. And now, what do you think? You know, the computer that I'm working on now is for sure going to be my recording / playing games computer. But what did I buy? I bought the start of a server, which is really, really exciting. And the reason for it is that I want to be able to play other types of Minecraft games. And so let's see, what do we call this? I'm thinking Forest Smasher. Let's do that. I'm gonna name it Forest Smasher. Boom. Oops. I broke that the anvil. Thank you, Anvil. You gave me Forest Smasher. So yeah, I bought a new server computer, and that's because I want to be able to play different kinds of Minecraft with you guys. And you know, this server is going to allow me to, you know, start up a... Ooh, feel the way that it just burns the wood. Smash the forest. Just do it. So yeah, I want to be able to play things like possibly Feed the Beast servers or vanilla servers, anything like that. And you know, the trouble that I was always finding is that you know, if I can play a single world all right, but my single world is always determined on me playing at home. And as a lot of you guys know that have watched me throughout my series, I do a lot of traveling, and I talk about it all the time. I travel back and forth between Connecticut for work and for family, because I have family down in Connecticut, and you know, that eats up quite a bit of time. So being able to play at home being at home is nice, but also being able to play down in Connecticut is even better, because even though I can't record necessarily down in Connecticut, I can at least get some of the maintenance back, you know, nasty work done, so that when I do record, I've got plenty of good things and supplies to work. So I think that eventually, once I get the server up and running, I think that I'm actually going to start possibly a Feed the Beast server. Now, Feed the Beast is very tricky because you know, some of the pieces are up to date and some of the pieces are not. Oh, I also moved Cactus Farm that way. Yes, because it was kind of blocking the view. So yeah, Feed the Beast is really awesome. It adds so much content to the game of Minecraft. You know, a lot of people already know that, and I've played it before. I've done, I've probably put my fair share of time into Feed the Beast single player games, but you know, having the server, again, it allows me to run the game while I'm not here. So the big thing with Feed the Beast is you can set up a lot of automation, and different tasks can be done, like mining or sorting, and you know, and that again, like the reason why I like this server, allows me to get all of the boring content out of the way so that I don't have to do it. You know, and my goal is to give you guys high quality content when I can do it, and none of you guys want to see me sitting there mining. Tick, tick, tick. I you know, I don't want to see it. I don't like watching it. I mean, one thing that's nice is for those that, you know, there's some people that are able to just sit there and talk, and you know, which is nice, and I listen to plenty of LPers, you know, during work and all that stuff. But for those of you that, you know, kind of want to come in and sit and watch what I'm doing, again, you don't want to watch the boring collecting stuff. Now, if you all do like to see that, then let me know, because you know, that kind of changes a lot of things. You know, I'll have 2 months worth of you know, mining and underground. Nothing other than that, just me talking and mining. But anyways, I don't think that I would really really like to do that. And you know, and then what I do to combat that, that's the reason why I play games like EU4. You know, EU4 allows me to get quality content out very quickly and in mass numbers, because you know the game, you know, people are watching every move of that game. There's no back work that needs to be done to get it done. So I can put out a lot of videos. That's me playing with the roof. I can play with a lot of videos that are, you know, high quality, and you guys don't suffer for it. So, but anyways, for you guys that don't watch EU, and you're only here because of Minecraft, which, you know, is understandable, I want to be able to give you guys good stuff, and I don't want to just put out crappy videos, because you guys deserve good ones. So yeah, so I bought a server off of Newegg, and there was a Newegg sale, so I think I actually paid, I paid under $200, and I got a desktop that has 6 gigs of RAM, an AMD quad-core processor, and a 500 gigabyte hard drive. And it's a slim form computer, so I was extremely excited for that. That's going to be the start of a lot of good stuff. Again, you know, just kind of reiterating things that I've been talking about. So, so from there, you know, I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I've been talking to some people that I, you know, chit-chat Minecraft about, and they are possibly thinking they may join. They may not make videos or anything like that, but they, you know, they have talked about helping in the process, you know, playing their game, what they like to do, but also helping me with the recording aspect of it. And so, because, oh, and again, you know, because the less that I have to do boring-wise, the more that I can give you guys. So, and they will get their own credit, of course. Credit is important for those that help out. So yeah, so that's what's possibly coming up in the future. Now, that's not going to happen probably until sometime after my wedding. Again, 9 weeks until my wedding, guys. The countdown has begun. And for those of you that have gotten married and understand what 9 weeks away really means, you know, I feel for you. I feel for what you went through, because I'm going through it myself. Yay. The good thing is that we've got most of our RSVPs back. Not too many people have decided to not send things back. I think we've got probably about 80%. So, and we have some declines, which is, you know, expected and kind of exciting. Kind of exciting because I don't have to pay for them. You know, those ones are the nice ones. When they tell me ahead of time that they're not coming, I do, you know, I have that couple seconds of very sad emotions. And then, you know, as I'm doing a victory dance around my apartment. Because weddings are expensive. And the more that I know ahead of time that aren't coming, the less that I don't have to worry about. So I think we're looking at, you know, overall with the whole cost of the wedding, you know, centerpieces and all that stuff included, we're looking at about $100 a plate. A person. So I think out of the 180 that we invited, we've got about 20 or so declines, which is $2,000. You know, that's a big chunk of change that's going to go towards, you know, maybe someday buying a house and all that stuff. With that said, you know, things are good. Things are very good. And my fiance finished her master's degree, which is exciting. She's looking to become a teacher, so all she has left to do is to do her student teaching internship, and then she'll be a full-fledged teacher. And then she's just got to get hired, you know. But easy. It's easy peasy from there. And I'm stuck. Stop it. So overall, things are looking good for the RanqeustLP household, which, when things look good for me, things look good for you, because she has been quite the pleasant quite the pleasant person now that she's done. A lot less stress. Still stress, but not as much stress now that there's no more schoolwork to do. What else? What else can I talk to you about? I don't know. Did you notice my grass? Isn't it nice? Okay, so let's look at what do we have to do? All right. I'm going to get up in a high place. The next steps, this island needs to expand, of course. And now we have a lot of the building blocks to really get that going. For the next couple weeks, I'm going to have to do a lot of grinding of materials so that I can make some money. I think my next step, other than, you know, making new buildings and expanding, is to expand this guy here. This is definitely a big boost from what we used to be doing right over there. But it's not fast enough. I outpace the machine easily. So I think that if I add another row, and for those of you that do not remember, another row consists of 2 separate pieces of redstone, a repeater, a sticky piston, and a regular piston. So by adding another section, bloop, that will allow me to double my smoothstone output, and then, you know, essentially double the speed at which I can do things. And, you know, it's gonna really be a big balance between being able to push out a lot of material and the health of my picks, right? So I can outpace that machine so long as that I'm using hey now, bad job. I see you. I'll get you. I'm gonna have to stalk you. As long as I can outpace my levels so that I can keep up with my empire builder. Oh, ooh, that was scary. That was almost a bad job. We can try a new bow. Bam. Oh, dang it. I don't know what I hit. Take it. There you are. Give it back. Oh, wait, I can't take it back. Take it. Take it. Oh my goodness, this is bad. Okay, boom. Alright, so I think the next step for this bow is to get some flame on it. Now, where's that spider? Oh, wait. I don't know. So yeah, anyways, so once I'm able to upgrade my smoothstone machine, not only will I be able to make a bunch of money selling my excess stone, but I'll be able to really push this island out to, you know, some really large limits, which is fantastic. All right, boom. There you are. Really? What are you doing? Death. Death comes swiftly to you. So yes, I can't retrieve this arrow because I have an infinity bow. For those of you that don't know, infinity throws out, it requires having at least one arrow in your inventory, but it throws out a shadow arrow, essentially, and so you're not allowed to pick up the shadow arrows because that would be overpowered. Come on, give it to me. Dang it, there's 2 tools. Oh well. So expansion is going to come slowly but surely. So yes, so this, I'm happy I got that extension. That's going to be growing pretty substantially. We're going to get probably a building out here, building out there, and then quite a bit going in the back. I need to possibly think of what I really want to put here. This is kind of like a placeholder. The road is going to come out and around, so I may, you know, curve it out this way, go out this direction. So I'm going to have to think of the road situation and where I want that to go. Because I do really still want districts, kind of like a shopping area, but we'll see exactly what that's going to do. This is, you know, producing swimmingly. Again, you know, there's I've got a ton of meat in here. You know, I've got 2.5 stacks of meat and lots of leather, which is really nice. And, you know, everything's been going pretty good as far as that. This is looking slim because I did a slaughter earlier today. So yeah, and from there, you know, I think that for the most part this is going to be some outer bounds. At least I think I'm going to expand that way for the most part. So, and then, you know, this guy here, this smelter, and the smeltery really hasn't gotten much use as far as what I want to get done, partly because I just don't have the material that required to do it, or the real need yet. Of course it's yet. You know, we're still pushing for our goals to not only build a humongous place, and an awesome looking place at that, but we're pushing at eventually opening a store, and that's going to require quite a bit of supplies. We're looking at just a lot of different things. So, you know, our main goal is to open up a successful store. Another goal is to finish all the challenges, which we have gotten, I believe, 10 done, and a lot of them just require just grinding out. Like one of them's fishing and having 10 fish in your inventory. So that was another reason for building this pool. But yeah, so let's enjoy this sunrise and gloat over our accomplishments, right? I mean, we're doing a great job here. I think I'm very happy. Oh, one other thing too. In playing with my raids, I did some research on this mob structure here, and I found that the minimum that you're going to want to have for floors is actually 5. So prior to a couple days ago, I only had 4. So I did bump this up to 5, even though I know I'm eventually going to tear it down. So just to see if I could get better rates. And it seems that, you know, the rates are actually tied heavily to who's on and how heavy the server is being taxed. Because I'm getting, for the most part, okay rates. But in the morning times, there's usually about 10 people on. So I get much better rates. I mean, just it's significantly better during the morning. So I'm going to have to look into some more of that. But, you know, it produces just fine. You know, this was originally designed to push out lots of supplies. And, you know, I think people rate it per hour. I think that I'm looking at maybe I get $500 to $600 per hour. I don't really know, to be honest, because a lot of times I don't spend that much time on here, at least by this guy. So, and then I do kind of have to mention, some of you may have already come to the realization, but I did some bad things. As you can see, there may be something missing from this picture. 2 things, in fact. We did lose Fred and I don't even remember what his name was. Number 2. Fred and George. Fred and something. Our villagers, I killed them. No, well, actually, no. Don't blame me. It's not 100% my fault. I happened to kill one of them. I think I killed Fred. And it was his fault. You know, it was partially my fault because I kept him in this corral. But, you know, who in their right mind jumps in front of a sword? Let's be honest. I'm sitting here. So what happened was they were here. I had some doors here to try to breed them. They never bred. Maybe I was doing something wrong. And so I'm sitting here, you know, doing my move and cut, boop, 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 because the creepers, you know, explode. And Fred, like the idiot, just comes running this way and dives. It was like a slow motion. No, don't hit him. / death. And I sat there and I was like, oh my God, what did I just do? What did I just do? Fred is dead. Fred is dead. And then, you know, the star-crossed lover, number 2, he was like, I can't believe you just killed my Fred. Fred was the man. He was awesome. And so what did he do? He wedged himself under here, got himself bit by a zombie, and turned into a zombie right before my eyes. And what did I do? I mean, there was nothing that I could do other than sit there and cut him down because he was going to kill me. So, there will be a funeral service eventually. I have to figure out a spot to put their tombs, their tombstones. But yes, it was a far, far day. 'Twas a far, far day when one man was killed and the other sacrificed himself to become dead and join his lover, or her lover, or, yeah, whatever they are. There's not really a gender. So, we're back to square zero with villagers, and, I don't know what I'm going to do. I think that the next phase of villagers will be to turn them and then corral them somewhere, maybe below, maybe out to the side, and yes, for sure push them out. And it may end up being that I build a little outcropping here and just hold them in like a little mini cell while I upgrade them. But I don't know. I had a villager probably a month ago, and he did some stupid stuff. And I mean, it was back when I had the staircases that went up and over to this, and he accidentally got loose, and then he came up here, and he's like, I'm gonna climb. I like stairs, and ooh, what's that? That's sparkly, and he jumps off and misses the balcony and just falls to his death. So Skyblock is not very conducive to villager health, needless to say. So I'll figure it out. Ooh, he dropped 2? No, he didn't. What happened? Oh, it went over here. That was neat. So, wow, I'm getting a lot of loot as far as, like, gear. And gear doesn't really do me any good. I mean, it's nice, but I don't make any money off of it. Boom, there's another one. Look at that, another helmet. Ooh, and then I wanted to show you one other thing before we go. I got another sweet helmet, and granted it was only leather. Let's take a look. Where are you? No. You? Yes. Protection 3, Respiration 2, Aquafinia 1. Sweet. So, alright guys, so that's gonna do it for me, for us. The island is really taking a turn for, of course you don't give me the darn sword, you jerk. It's really starting to come around, and I'm super excited. The wool was such a huge boost for me, emotionally and clearly physically. Look at it. So things are gonna really take off, and I think the next episode I'm actually going to possibly make another Christmas type episode. Maybe. We're looking at possibly joining, or there's an event town, which I'll show you in the next episode, of course, because we're running out of time. So I think I'm going to go to bring you to the event town, and we're going to play around in there, and hopefully it's actually working, because what they do is they open up the event town like a week before, so you can kind of look around and do all these neat things, and then they open up the actual event town where there's mobs, and they drop neat stuff, and it's a load of fun. You can get a lot of cool stuff. So the next episode definitely we'll try to make it an event town episode, and then we'll get to some more building, possibly expanding here, possibly expanding over there. Definitely not expanding there. I need to grind a lot more money. And then maybe there. We'll see. So alright guys, that's gonna do it. If you liked the episode, please leave a like, subscribe, favorite, share the video. It really helps my channel, and it shows that you guys care, of course, because this is all about you. So until next time guys, we'll see you then. Bye-byes.